Hi guys, welcome back to my lesson series again. Last time we were making this page where we um, write some PHP to do the form validation, and we saw that when we enter the details and press the send button, we can see an email that was sending all the details in the email. In today's lesson, what I'm gonna do is um there are a few things quite important when we make a real working forms in the back end where we create, for example, upload products, a news article, and it can be anything, a listing or anything. In that sort of scenario, we need much more details. For example, in some cases, we need, time, date, image files. There are so many things. So I thought if I was actually going to close this discussion of forms today, but then I thought there are few things still quite important we should discuss in our basics of HTML lessons. So, first important thing in the inputs list is another type of input is I will add a few more input tags here for you to show. I'm not going to write the PHP to send an email and everything. I will just show you how you can write, just like I showed you how you can create the input, how you can create email, radio buttons, checkboxes, and the text area. Now I'm going to create after this line of code where we have this drop down, select drop down. I will add an option like something like if I add um, please select date, and in the date we can show basically something like input, and this time we can say input type is equal to date, name is equal to uh, date, and yes, if we just save that and close, we should be able to see because HTML5 recognizes the date, input, and all these data types. Sorry, the input types. So if I upload this and see on our page, as you can see, we have please select date, and if I click on that, that should show me sort of calendar where I can select any date. I can navigate through all of the months of the year or coming years, and you know so that little functionality is quite nice to have. So, a drop down to select dates rather than having a manual typing, so you stick to one format. So that's the way you can select the date, and similarly you can assign, you can pick up the value and send into email or store into database or for any reasons. Another type of input is just like we created this, we can say, for example, if you need to select, please select time, and similarly you can say something like input, and input type is equal to this time, and name we can give it um, time, submit time or anything. And if I upload, as you can see, this time we have time, and time basically has hours and minutes, and this is AM and PM. This is HTML5 attributes. So if you see, hours go up to 12, and if you go minutes, and then you can change to AM or PM. So this is how you select date and time inputs. Then one of the another important input can be um, is sometime you probably seen when, if I, for example, if I go to any website for login, I when I type the password, that password is basically you can't really see the characters, rather you just see the dots. So sometimes you need a password field, so username and password. So if I write a title, please enter your password, and this is how you enter the password field. If you write input and input type equal to password and name equal to password, and if I upload, excuse me, um, this should have a password field, and as you can see, this is coming as a, if you type something in that, it's gonna not gonna show you, you can't read that, it's gonna show as a password dots, hidden characters. That's another input. One of another more quite common input type is the files. When somebody wants to upload their profile image or any product image or any image photo, we can write please select a file to upload, and you can say something like input, this time you can say type equal to file and name equal to, and this file can be anything, profile photo of a person, profile picture. So basically in profile picture or any photo, or you can say image one or anything image, we can call it. These images you can, the best way to store images is you can upload on server actual image, excuse me, in a photo, and the file name, we can grab the file name when we submit the form, and we can cache the file name and store into database. In the database we don't normally store the image itself, we rather upload the images into the server folder somewhere, and we can store the file name in a PHP. Later on I will show you, when we do some projects in PHP, I can show you how you can grab the file name of an image and store the image name in database MySQL, and actual file will be uploaded into the server folder. So if I save that, and let's see if we can select some file to upload into the form. If I refresh, as you can see, please select a file to upload, and if I click on this button, this enables me to select any file from the computer. So this is because we gave the input type file. I think that's enough for forms discussion. What we can do is, that's enough for now about forms. You can write, all the useful programs or any HTML forms using this knowledge, and you can obviously, once we cover the PHP side of things, you will be able to write the PHP. Don't worry about the PHP side if you don't understand it. We will complete the PHP and fundamentals of programming, for example the if else and loops and all the syntax and everything, in much more details when we cover the PHP lessons. For now we are, I think, all good with the HTML forms. What I will do is, in the next lesson I will start the some of the HTML5 core elements. For example, so far we've been covering the hex HTML, normal HTML basic elements, tags. We didn't cover much apart from these date examples. These are HTML5 sort of instances we discussed here, but we still need to explore the HTML canvas and div and so many other elements. So once we cover those, and I will, in next lesson I will also introduce you with the CSS3 and external style sheets. So all the styling today, we've been writing here. I'll move everything from this place to somewhere else, and we'll provide a link somewhere in our page in HTML, that link to the style sheet, and we will keep our HTML proper clean. We will not do any CSS here. And this is all for the future. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to receive latest videos and updates, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much.